Hello and welcome back. You have come so far on this journey of yours. You've done the meditations, the energy work, all of that deep inner exploration. But what if I told you the finish line isn't what we thought it was? Let's unpack that final and honestly most important lesson together.
Okay, so right out of the gate, we're being asked to just flip our entire perspective. Forget that old idea of a step-by-step climb to the top of some spiritual mountain. The source material is pointing to something way more alive, way more dynamic. This journey isn't about getting to a destination. It's about a total transformation of who you are.
So, what does it actually mean to become a fire? Well, in this first part, we're going to explore how all that inner work you've been doing has really just been basic training, preparing you for a massive shift in focus from what's happening inside you to how you show up in the world. Think about it. Whether you were doing Hatha yoga, studying the brain, or visualizing energy, every single practice was really just a tool. And a tool for what? To help you finally see one simple, incredible truth, that you are a powerful, conscious being. Every single step was designed to wake you up to the power you've had all along.
But, this awakening, it naturally leads to a kind of paradox, a little conflict that pretty much every seeker runs into. It's the big difference between just starting the path and really understanding what it's all for. So let's break down this really crucial distinction.
Now this slide, I think this is so interesting because it just lays out the whole evolution of the journey so clearly. Over on the left, we've got hoarding light. And look, that's where we all start, right? We meditate because we want peace. We seek clarity for our lives. And that's totally fine. The source says that's the beginning. But the whole purpose, the real reason we're doing this, is on the right, spreading fire. It's about making that switch from practicing for your own benefit to practicing for the good of everyone.
And boom, this quote just perfectly explains why that shift has to happen. It's not just a nice little spiritual idea, it's presented like a law of physics. A practice that's all about me, eventually just fizzles out. It can't sustain itself. The very nature of this energy, this fire, is to grow, to light things up, to be shared. Okay, so if hoarding the light isn't the end game, what is? Well, this brings us to the absolute heart of this whole explainer. It's a complete reimagining of what enlightenment even is.
And there it is. This is the fundamental flip in thinking we have to make. We've been looking at it all wrong. The point isn't to fill your own cup until it's overflowing. The point is to become the cup itself, a channel, a conduit, that this energy can pour through and out into the world. It's not a thing you get, it's a thing you do.
So how does this actually work, going from inner practice to outer service? This slide gives us 3 perfect concrete examples. You don't just calm your mind for your own sanity. You do it so you can be that rock, that beacon of calm for others when their world is spinning. You don't awaken your subtle body just to feel bliss. You do it to become an instrument of healing for everyone, you see? Every inner skill has a bigger outer purpose.
And the idea gets even bigger than that, believe it or not. The source is telling us that your physical body isn't just some vehicle for your brain. It's this incredibly complex, finely tuned instrument, an instrument literally designed to interact with and even help heal the energy field of the entire planet.
And here's a really powerful way to make that giant idea feel real, right here, right now. Just think about your breath for a second. With every single conscious breath you take, you are taking part in this cosmic exchange. You can literally breathe in the stress, the discord, the chaos around you, and because of your inner practice, you transform it, and you breathe out harmony. It's this tiny, constant act of planetary service you can do at any moment. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually live this way day to day? This next section gives us a really clear, actionable guide. And they're not presented as just abstract ideas, but as your final trials. These 3 trials they're so simple, but so deep. First, the daily transmission. This is an exercise in pure, unconditional love, and you send it to someone you have a hard time with. Oof. Second, the listening hand. This is about realizing your calm, silent presence is often way more healing than jumping in with advice. And third, the grounding prayer. This turns every meal into a moment of conscious connection with the earth. This is how service stops being a concept and starts being your life. So we've walked through the purpose, the paradox, and the practice. And now we come to the final and frankly stunning revelation. The truth about this guy who's been talking to us this whole time, this Zoran the Dragon. This is it, isn't it? The ultimate question of the journey.
Who is this voice of wisdom that we've been following? I can promise you the answer is probably not what you're expecting.
So the reveal starts right here. The guide, this dragon, it's not some external being. It's not some mythical creature you have to go out and find in the world.
No, it's so much closer than that. It's that eternal, wise part of you that has always known the path, the part that remembers where you came from, the part of you that was never, ever lost.
And here's where it all clicks into place. The dragon is the raw power that's been sleeping inside you. It is the exact same fire we've been talking about since the beginning. The fire you have been building and feeding with every single meditation, every insight, every conscious breath.
And this is the ultimate punchline of your entire journey. You were never looking for a master. You were waking up the master inside you. The power, the wisdom, the fire, it was always you. The whole quest was just a long, winding road back to yourself.
So, this realization, it isn't an ending. Oh no, it is the real beginning. Your training is over. All the practices have done their job. Now, the real adventure, the adventure of actually living as this awakened, fiery being, that starts right now.
And with that, there's really only one thing left to do, isn't there? The path is clear, you know your purpose. Now go.